Hello everyone, today I'm going to be watching God Hand Review, Beat Thugs, trademarked, Beat Demons, woman, by SsethTzeentach. What? What is this game? Why there's so many bugs all of a sudden? Like the moment I turn on the lights, all the bugs travel here. So yeah, let's go in the count of 3, 2, 1. Wait, where is me? Where is this? Oh, there we go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Bombarded
Jesus, what the fuck?
Hey people, Seth here. Today, I'll be covering a game that was overshadowed during its release, bombarded by critics, and loved by absolutely everyone who isn't complete garbage at video games. A game which grinds through your analog sticks like butter, encourages healthy eating, respecting women,
hack and slash,
and emphasizes the virtues of a good Samaritan principle. I'm speaking, of course, about God Hand, a game I was too impoverished to play as a child, since we couldn't afford a PlayStation.
What is it? Looks like Taken, but it's not.
Impoverished to play as a child.
Is it a fighter?
We couldn't afford a PlayStation, but now my PC is powerful enough to be a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Through the magic of emulation, God Hand can be played very comfortably on your own computer, and it works great. The simple gist of the game is the following: you play as Gene, a guy with a fancy jacket and an insatiable appetite for fresh fruit. You're also disabled because your right arm has just been cut off by demons, but you've got a new arm now instead, the God Hand, thanks to Olivia, a girl who threatens to chop it back off if you don't do what she says.
Oh my god, what the fuck are those?
Shit out of all the thugs and demons responsible for disarming you.
So wait. She gave us a God Hand and said do stuff or I take it back.
Thanks to Olivia, a girl who threatens to chop it.
Listen, it has physics? Come on, Larian Studios. Back then, boobs had physics. Why dicks only?
Back off if you don't do what she says. And now it's time to beat the shit out of all the thugs and demons responsible for disarming you. But you'll need to master the God Hand.
What the
and
fuck?
To stand a fighting chance, because this game doesn't play around. It's hard, it's very hard, and it only gets even harder. In this universe, the vast majority of punks, metalheads, and women want nothing more than to beat the shit out of you instead. The fighting system is easy to learn, but insanely difficult to master. For a start, Gene operates on tank controls, which might seem bizarre, but makes...
What the fuck does, like, go this way, like that?
Perfect sense once you understand the purpose of it. The left stick turns and moves you around. The right stick is designed exclusively for dodging. The other buttons let you use your techniques.
Holy
simple,
shit.
Right? Wrong. Each of your buttons can be instantly remapped to do different moves and techniques. There's a lot of techniques. There's 117 of them you can pick up during the story or buy from your local convenience store. If you choose poorly, you won't even be able to dispatch normal enemies, let alone bosses. But that's not all. There's a bar at the bottom of your screen. That's your tension meter. The more hits you land, the more damage you do. The more damage you do, the quicker the tension meter gets filled up. Once it fills up, your right arm starts glowing. And if you smack the right button on your controller, you unleash your God Hand. The powers of a god are temporary, but in this short span of time, Gene is completely invincible, lightning fast, and hits twice as hard, while your theme song plays in the background. It's amazing. But
oh my god, that's so cool.
During your fights fills up your roulette wheel, which triggers whenever you smack the right trigger instead.
What the fuck was that?
Roulette wheel, which triggers whenever you smack the right trigger instead. In this state, everything goes slow-mo, and you get to choose from a selection of every roulette move you have equipped. This can be anything from a ball buster, head slicer, 100-punch combo, or even a dragon kick that sends your enemies flying out of a solar system. As a word of caution though, ball buster doesn't work on women, robots, or one of the first two bosses, because he lost his testicles in the war. The lore of God Hand is very deep, but the fighting system goes even deeper. Most games increase the health of your enemies to give you the illusion of difficulty. God Hand does no such thing. The better you do, the more hits you land and the more hits you dodge, the higher your level becomes. What does this mean? It means enemies start kicking your ass. As level increases, so do illusion of difficulty. God Hand does no such thing. The better you do, the more hits you land and the more hits you dodge, the higher your level becomes. What does this mean? It means enemies start kicking your ass. As level increases,
Oh,
so
a
do
scale.
their abilities. They start using moves you've never seen before. They start changing their patterns to throw you off, and they start getting more and more aggressive as they try and put you in the ground. There's 4 levels, which are quite self-explanatory. Level 1, Level 2, Level 3, and Level Die. If you get to Level Die, you are expected to die. If you don't want to die, I suggest you get on your hands and knees and start groveling for mercy. God Hand doesn't play around.
Bro, you can do that?
I suggest you get on your hands and knees and start groveling for mercy. God Hand.
You can level down! Oh my god, this is Genshin Impact, but free to play. No, not free to be fair. Actually a good game. Holy shit. That's literally reward levels. You can literally bring them down if the enemies are fucking you up too much. Oh my god, this is awesome.
And doesn't play around. But if you take the time and improve, you'll learn how to take the heat. And when you do, I assure you, you'll feel like an actual god. There's an overpowering sensation of ecstasy once you've figured it out. After getting creamed repeatedly by the same boss, by the same encounter, it all suddenly clicks. And once it... sensation of ecstasy once you've figured it out. After getting creamed repeatedly by the same boss, by the same encounter, it...
That's like when judo kick, like, that's so fucking stupid. Oh my god!
It all suddenly clicks. And once it clicks, you can't go back.
Oh my
you
god.
ride on pure adrenaline and muscle memory to repeat the same fight. And this time, you're not surviving. You're styling on your enemies. Before you know it, it's already over.
You just need to learn your rhythm,
left
right?
hungry for more. God Hand was very progressive for its time, and it features a very diverse and multicultural cast. The first boss you go up against is literally 2 gay guys who proposition Jean. Jean responds by saying, "I'm not that kind of guy." But as the story progresses and Olivia keeps slave driving Jean into doing more and more ridiculous stunts at the cost of his health and personal safety, Jean looks back and considers that maybe I am that kind of guy. Character development isn't exclusive to Jean alone. The second boss you face isn't exclusive to Jean alone. The second boss you face, Elvis, is a Mexican demon struggling with weight loss. He's got some of the best dialogue in the entire game.
A la mierda. You know what? I'm getting a bit hungry. And a little huevon sounds like it would hit the spot. I don't think you realize what you're getting yourself into, pendejo.
Besides educating Jean on the basics of the Spanish language, Elvis turns out to be
oh my god, that's real shit.
A victim to his circumstances, as is Jean to his unwanted responsibility. He hates people who disrespect the dead, and he also hates people who disrespect his demon waifu, Shannon, who you repeatedly encounter and spank to death. By the end of the game, Jean, Shannon, who you
is it a
repeatedly
boss?
encounter and spank to death. By the end of the
Jeez,
game,
that's
Jean
crazy.
has arguably found more humanity and common ground with the antagonists he faces than the repeatedly ungrateful woman he's working for.
Seriously?
God Hand is extremely quotable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What the fuck was that? Bro! Whoever made this had so much fucking fun, man. It was like, fuck it. Let's go.
Extremely memorable.
That's fucking so good.
In no small part.
Bro, how the fuck? Give me a fucking sec. I'm gonna just see if this game. Yeah. Holy shit. Reviewer fucking hates this. I'm gonna get it somehow. Oh my
Because
god.
all of the enemies keep
That's
quoting
awesome.
Mike Tyson. The game is an absolute meme, but originally was never designed as such. The developers just put some humor in the trailer for the 2008 E3 conference, but received such positive feedback that they went back and remade the game into the masterpiece it is now.
Oh
It
my
was,
god.
unfortunately, the last game ever made by Clover Studios. However, most of the team went on to work with Platinum Games, which was responsible for most of the crazy fighting games that came out.
My god. Okay, that makes so much more. Oh my fucking god. Okay, that makes so much more sense. Bayonetta and fucking Metal Gear Rising are two of the best games ever made.
In recent years, it's got insane amounts of replayability, and it's something I always come back to after every few years. It's just that good. It's also very easy to miss some of the subtleties on your first run. For example, Chihuahua Racing. In the main menu, you can always pop into the store, casino, and fighting arena to practice your moves. But after a certain point in the story, you can also start gambling on, you guessed it, poison chihuahuas. This is a very easy way to quickly lose all your money, or make back 20 times your original bet if you know what you're doing. My only advice, always bet on Clover. You'll thank me later. Also, enemies have special interactions if you satisfy certain conditions. If you manage to get one of the average, run-of-the-mill thugs down to no health at all, he'll start faking a seizure and begging for help. If you foolishly get too close, he'll kick Gene in the ballsack, reducing your health to a single point instantly. I also found out if you get
That's bullshit. What
too
the
close, he'll kick Gene in the ballsack, reducing your health to a single point instantly. I also found out if you get a demon down to a single pip of health, you can poke them. They'll explode. There's probably more, but even as some
Bro, how the fuck is it that this game has so much fucking goofy details and so many fun stuff? But now we don't get so much shit.
If you get a demon down to a single pip of
Look
health, you
at
can
this.
poke them. They'll explode.
Because
There's
God had,
probably
bro.
more.
Oh my
But
God.
even as someone who's played and beat the game repeatedly, I can't call myself an expert. Even after all this time, level die turns me into a crying, sobbing little bitch. And there's no shame in admitting that. Some of the original reviewers of this game, however, cannot. And for that reason, Imagine Babies still holds a higher score on IGN than God Hand, a game that turned many boys into men, and turned many men into crying, sobbing little children. For that reason alone, I give it a very good score. But when I consider that it's a goddamn masterpiece, I give it a perfect score.
Seriously.
Iterate the words
It's
of one presenter,
awesome.
one epitaph for Clover Studio. We made one of the best games of all time, and it was just a game about punching people. God Hand. It's amazing, it's addictive, and it's very satisfying. Respect the game, and it will respect you back. Highly recommended.
Oh
Go
my
play it.
fuck.
In lieu of the fact that you
Everyone's
can't
in
actually
fucking
get a copy
bikinis.
of
I
God Hand
fucking love
anymore,
this.
I've linked it in the description below, which contains the game, the
Bro, the fact that they keep fucking not punching you and it's a fucking insta-kill sometimes, it's
emulator, and
Best game
everything
ever
you
made.
need to get started. But Seth, don't you need a
It's so
working
bad of
PS2
itself.
BIOS to emulate God Hand, which
Come
I hope you've legally obtained from your own PlayStation 2? These are all good
Yeah.
questions, and they will be answered shortly. But more importantly, what's Seth been spending all of his sponsorship money on? I'll tell you, I hired every hentai artist to make lewd commissions of Olivia getting dicked, because there's too little God Hand hentai. All this shilling was
Oh
for a
my
good cause.
fucking
I've linked
God.
every commission I made in the description below.
Oh my
I hope you understand the end.
Bro, 800 and no. Holy shit. Well, I'm starving, but
Justify
alright.
the means.
Jesus,
But even
to be
more
fair,
importantly, if you're unfortunate
where are
enough
they?
to be living in the
Where are
show
these? Where are these?
State of Britain, the
That is
UK
food
porn
for
block
brain.
is going to start July this same year, all in the name of protecting our children, which, if statistics are anything to go by, need protection from their family
Jesus
instead. And
Christ.
based on how well government projects usually go, there's absolutely nothing to worry about. Just present your personal ID card, punch in your personal details, and stop worrying. Porn sites have some of the best security on the planet, better than Habbo Hotel. Probably. So it's
I
very
doubt that
unlikely
it's
that your
true
favorite
nowadays.
smut site will get hacked or compromised and leak all of your personal information that could then be used to blackmail you in the future. However, if you're still unconvinced and don't want to put your safety in the hands of your infallible government, there is an alternative, an express alternative.
Oh my God.
ExpressVPN, because they're very good. Use my link.
I would say, I mean, this sponsorship is probably dead. This video is very old, but I would say as ExpressVPN used to be very good, but they wanted to sell routers, so they just removed all their legacy protocols that majority of the countries, third world countries use, because all the other protocols that you create get hacked immediately. Like Lightwave worked for a bit, but immediately got blocked. So what's the point of a VPN if you can't like unblock everything, like unblock the protocol breaking bullshit that government puts out? So yeah, I would say if you want a good VPN, there are just plenty better ones. If you want a good VPN, check out Mutahar's sponsor. I don't know if he's fucking with NordVPN and all that bullshit, but he used to sponsor a very good one. I use that. That's a good one. I'm not gonna name it because, yeah. But this is awesome. The fact that this game
And
exists.
you get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. And if you're not satisfied, you can refund the whole thing in 30 days. With ExpressVPN, you can
Oh my
choose
God.
from any server that's not located in
I
the
missed
shadow
that old
aisles of the
ExpressVPN,
UK and
man. It was so
completely
good.
evade this well thought out and completely unexploitable law they're pushing down our throats.
I used it
Personally,
so
I
much.
don't know if a UK lawmaker even knows what a Doge, hentai, or Buru site even is. Arguably,
Probably
there's
don't.
more porn to be found on Skyrim Nexus than all of those sites
Seriously,
combined. But
yeah.
we'll never know until they actually do it. As always, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And as always, more content to come, so stay tuned. I'd like to inform you all that shilling is complete, which means we're back in business.
Bro, by the way, check out my mods on Nexus.
Anything you want?
I meant mod.
Rotten hell, you penny pinching
Oh my
miser.
fucking god, this guy, I
Hey,
remember.
people, Seth here.
It's a repeat, come on, man. Alright. So it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense what needs to happen with the future of gaming. The woke culture needs to leave gaming the fuck alone. Go bother someone else. Go bother feminism. Like seriously. What the fuck are they doing? But yeah. We need a new rating. Like, you know, just a fucking, like, I don't know, H rating for, like, Unhinged or something. I don't know. A rating that being woke or not being woke, being all the other criteria of bullshit is not a problem. Because some games need that level of bullshit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some games can be amazing without that level of bullshit, but still, some multi-billion-dollar companies are just too afraid of the slander and bullshit and fucking woke culture blocking them, banning them, like, you know, what do you call it, canceling them, that they don't even put money on these kind of things. Like, it's just, imagine if a game was like, so, like GTA, man, GTA is coming. Bro, the new GTA is coming in like 2 or 3 years. I mean, the trailer was so fucking insane. I want that game. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. And I mean, we're gonna check out older Seth videos because he's awesome. See you all later.